you know? A lot of fun.
Good
Good.
morning.
Are you about fared out?
I think I've done 13 or 14 shows, and I just have six left. So I'm over halfway done. No, 16 since Adams County. So in a week, six shows, Page County. So I'm on the downhill swing of it.
If you wasn't doing that, you'd be doing something else.
That's right. That's right.
Didn't used to be that way.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2024 Montgomery County Beef Show. We got a nice cool day compared to Monday, so we're ready to go. Our judge today is Mr. Rich Nichols from Osceola, Iowa. He's a cow-calf man, and let's put our hands together and give him a nice Montgomery County welcome. Glad to have you, Rich. Rich is a cow-calf man, and he works for CSI Animal Nutrition and covers 3 states. And he's also a Charolais breeder. And I was talking to him, I see some excellent Charolais here at the preview show here in Red. He said, yeah, he said they came from him. But he knows good cattle because they were really good cattle. And our first class of the day is our registered heifers and registered Angus, shown by Dalton True. Rich, I forgot to tell you, you can give purples if you think they're worthy of it. Purples, blues, and reds, okay?
Well, I was commenting to Bob that I don't know if I've ever been to a county fair in Iowa in the summertime where I wasn't trying to not show everybody how much I was sweating. So, really nice morning, and this Angus heifer definitely is feeling the nice morning as well. Looks like she wants to get out and feel her oats a little bit. But nice individual here to start the breeding heifer show. Real functional, Bigfoot. Big-footed, sound, real broody looking. You know, in an ideal world, like to trim her up just a little bit, intensify her as you get in behind her with some of her dimension, but a real nice, functional, sound animal to start the show with. Give him a round of applause if you would.
That was Dalton True, and he received a purple ribbon on his Angus heifer. The next class will be the registered limousines, Paige Fire and Chloe Bruce.
Tell you what, two very nice representatives here in our limousine breed. I think there's just a little bit of a delineation in terms of just overall initial image and quality from the side, just like hitting you pretty hard. Except for the wings, I think she does so just, man, she offers a really striking image from the side. Really, really, really high-necked, really, really parallel and balanced in her lines. Really appreciate that about her. A really nice set of feet and legs underneath her. And yeah, just a real attractive female that really gives you a nice image from the side. You know, in an ideal world, her being a model, I'd like to see her a little further along and her being like just showing a little more calf, showing a little more drop from the lower body. And honestly, I probably prefer the spring of rib and the rib cage of the heifer in second, but the quality is undeniable, and I think she wins very comfortably. That's not to take anything away from the heifer here in second. I think this is a really sound-made, soft-made, really, really bold, sprung type of female here that comes in second. Really big feet underneath her, gets around the ring really comfortably. And in fact, especially from that front third view with chest width and some of the internal dimensions, she probably has the advantage over the heifer that wins. But it's when you get from the side, she's not as level out of her hip, not attractive up through her front end and chest. Then we put her second, but still a really nice, functional heifer that's certainly going to go out and be a really, really good count for this young lady. Congratulations to those two children.
First in that class went to Chloe Cruz with a purple, second, Kate Fire with a blue. Now we're into the registered Simmental class. We want to have one heifer in here, William Pollock.
Single entry here in our Simmentals, and a heifer that's very functional. By the end of the skeleton, has some reach and flex up for rear end. Gets out of the front end with some reach, real parallel in the lines, long hipped heifer. Like to see her just a little more refined in terms of her head, neck, chest. Like to see her a little softer in her center body, just to really bring that more maternal image from the side. But again, like I said, real functional female, long hip, parallel in the lines. Congratulations, young man.
That was William Pollock there. He received a blue on his Simmental heifer. Next in the class is Taylor Yates with her registered maintainer.
Actually, I had a hot dog over there, and it was not quite a mistake.
Real nice single entry here. I think this view is really the most impressive of her. She's really stout, but yet smooth. Really transitions from her rib into her shoulder into her rib cage. Really nice. A really sharp looking female that's really nicely presented in terms of her hair, coat, and fresh. You know, I think if I'm gonna pick on her at all, she wants to get a little restricted out of her rear too. Wants to kind of try to throw them and get outside of herself as she's on the move. But I think that one looks like she could lay down and she could raise females, she could raise some steers. Just a real nice single entry here, young lady that I think can stand a little more competition in the breed as we get her back out here into the Grand Drive. I think one that will represent herself well. Congratulations.
Taylor Yates with her registered maintainer, and she received a purple. Now we'll come into our first class, a commercial grading effort. We'll have 3 in this class. First one in the ring is Noah Comfort. Second is Talon Tippler and William Hawley. This is our first class, a commercial grading effort.
Very often. Got yeah, 6 hours. That's the best I can do.
As I was introducing people, I forgot to introduce 2 people that are very important here in the beach show, and that's the beach superintendent. We got Mr. Austin Sorensen out here. That cap's got to be a politician. He's running for office. Austin was telling me last night that, well, they had a new little boy less than a year ago, and they had him in Des Moines at the hospital last night. He was really sick. He had 105 temperature, but Austin said the temperature broke and he's doing fine today. Sure glad of that, Austin. Austin is a good beach superintendent. The other beach superintendent is Elmo Gray. Where's Elmo? Oh, he's over in the barn getting the calves lined up. Elmo does a good job too. Here's our judge today to give comment.
Well, first class with a few more numbers, and we have 3. I think they just they fit into a logical way to place them here. I think the heifer that wins does so because she offers the most attractive image from the side. She's the most functional, and she's the stoutest when you get behind her. So I think that she's just the logical place to start. So young man, congratulations. As we then sort the next 2, there is some give and take between the 2. I think I actually prefer the way that the heifer that comes in third moves out of a rear skeleton. But this heifer here, to me, she just is a little higher quality image from the side. She's got a little more bone, a little more dimension when you get in behind her. And I actually prefer probably her just femininity as you study her up through her front end and the condition that she comes to us in. Now, young man, you have the sounder heifer here in third. I think she gets out with a little more flex and comfort off either end. Just like to bring her image a little more attractiveness from the side, help her balance just a little bit, but give those kids a nice round of applause.
First in my class went to Taylor Tickler with a purple. Second went to William Pollock with a blue. Third went to Noah Comfort with a blue. In this class, the second class of commercial breeding efforts, we have Madison Burt and Dalton True.
Honestly, I think a real similar type and kind type of females with very subtle differences. I think when you get them behind them, they're both very similar in terms of their dimension, and I think that they have the same problems and the same general quality of skeleton, those types of things. I just think there's more heifer here in the one that I'm going to use to win. I think she's softer bodied. And I think that that's where her big advantage is in a breeding heifer show. She just reads to be a little more practical in her kind. Now, I do think that the heifer in second is a little more intensified in her bone, and I think she's a little more attractive in her chest, but I prefer the added dimension that we have in the heifer that wins. Like I said, the heifer in second's real sound, big-footed. Really appreciate that about her. Just like to see her be just a little bit stouter and have more body for me to get her over that heifer. But two nice functional brood cows that I think will do well for these young people in production. Congrats.
Two nice heifers there. Madison Burt with the purple and Dalton True with the blue. Now we're coming in with our third class of commercial breeding heifers. We have Zane Johnson, Brett Hart, and Reese Hersberg.
Put your hands together for these youngsters. These are some heifers with some sort, and they're killing themselves a little bit. But I think the first class, I've really felt like just a little more challenging to figure out the right way to place them. And again, I do think that if you were out here and you guys have a different opinion, that's fine. But today, this is how I see them. I do think that there's quite a bit of sort and quite a bit of differences and some different opinions that could be had. But I think in my mind, the calf that just pulls together the most positives as you really analyze them is this Baldy heifer here to win. She's the stoutest. She's the smoothest as she transitions from her tip of her nose all the way back to her tail head. Really good as she transitions there and is smooth looking. And she's attractive up front. She's soft in her body, and she gets around with some comfort. I'd like to square her up out of her hip, and I'd like to make her more attractive in her rear leg posture. She wants to get underneath herself a little bit, but that heifer still, to me, she's dimensional, she's pretty sound, she's attractive enough, and I think that, to me, she just was the one to start with. Now, I think the two that come next have some pros and some cons. To me, the heifer that goes second, there's just more of her than the heifer that's third. She's softly bodied, she looks a little more like a brood cow. I'd like to maybe take a little condition off of her, but to me, that was the one that was just softer and easier doing. Now, the heifer that comes next is a little trimmer, but I'd like to see her just a little softer in her center body, and I'd like to also just make her balance a little bit better from the side. So that's how I see that class. Congratulations to those youngsters.
That was our third class of commercial breeding heifers. First in that class went to Brett Park with a purple. Second went to Zane Johnson with a blue. Third went to Reese Herderberg with a blue. Our judge will now be picking the champion commercial breeding heifer.
And we're doing the best we can to hold on to them. They're not used to this 65-degree weather in July. So, nice set of heifers out here in our commercial drive. I think three that have a lot of differences, but they were the ones that I thought were the highest quality in each of their respective classes. You know, for me, I like to make sure that these cattle are attractive, have some look from the side, but I also wanted to make sure that they've got plenty of dimension, because that's what translates, I think, to next generation. That's what we're trying to do with these cattle is use them to be cows. And so I think so dimension's important, looks important, and then probably paramount is structure, their ability to get around the ring and do so comfortably. And with that comes little nuances and little differences, but as a whole, you know, sound is sound. If they can get around and travel pretty well, it's just those nuances that separate the truly elite from the really nice cattle. But in my mind, there's one heifer out here that kind of combines the dimension, the look from the side, and some quality of skeleton, and that's that young man out of with the black heifer here in front of me. She's going to be your champion commercial. I think the one that follows the best in terms of dimension and skeletal quality is the Montgomery heifer out of the second class. Just like to see the one out of the first class be a little stouter. But congratulations to all of you guys.
Showing the champion commercial breeding heifer was Talon Kipler. Reserve was Brett Hart. We'll now have our cow-calf class. There's just one cow-calf here this year. That is being shown by Madison Burke.
Single entry here in our cow-calf, but I think a real nice one. Really doing a nice job raising this bull calf. The cow herself's really sound and functional, big feet, really flexible legs, and certainly I really appreciate the structure and quality to her udder. She's doing a really good job there, and then she's putting a lot into that little calf. You can tell. As a first calf heifer, I mean, it's no surprise she's a little behind in terms of her body condition, but what's lacking in hers, she's put into that calf. He's doing a nice job for an April baby, growing good. He's sound and functional just like Mama, and has some extra look up front just like Mama as well. So nice job, young lady. It's a good thing.
Champion cow-calf goes to Madison Burke. Now our judge will be selecting the overall champion breeding heifer. This year, the overall champion breeding heifer is sponsored by Chris Nelson and his wife Barb. The reserve breeding heifer is sponsored by Dave and Kathy Hart of Hart Farm. Champion cow-calf was sponsored by First Interstate Bank. Thanks to all of you sponsors here to help the kids here at the fair. breeding heifer is Dalton True with his Angus heifer. Next in the ring is Chloe Bruce with her Limousine heifer. Next in the ring is William Pollock with his Seminole heifer. Now comes in Taylor Yates with her Maintainer heifer. And Jalen Kipler with his commercial heifer. That's our lineup there going for the Supreme Champion Breeding Heifer.
Put our hands together for these exhibitors. Again, with this weather, they're feeling their oats and they're trying to push them around, but they're doing a nice job out here. I will say, I think it's a nice set of females, but I think that there's a few that kind of stand out here in terms of quality, in terms of their skeleton, in terms of their presentation and those types of things, and taking nothing away from the quality and the future profitability of the other projects out here. But there's two out here I think look really nice, and those are the two I'm looking between. Also wanted to just highlight that the winner of this will go and be you guys as representative at the best of the Southwest Shootout, I guess, down in Bedford this year. So congratulations again to all of these kids. doing a really nice job. You're going to go out and pick your champion, and then we're going to bring in a reserve, and we're going to look again, and we're going to pick a reserve overall. So congratulations again to these youngsters, and I'm going to go pick a champion.
Supreme champion breeding heifer goes to Chloe Bruce. Congratulations, Chloe. Now coming in to compete for reserves is Paige Fire. Reserve breeding heifer goes to Taylor Yates. Congratulations to these two girls, and congratulations to all the kids that showed breeding heifers today. Let's give them another nice round of applause. They brought some good cattle to the Montgomery County Fair. Thank you. Next into the ring is our bucket bottle cab kids. We have Mallory Burke, Noah Confer, and Zane Johnson. In your wildest dreams, did you ever think she'd be the extension director here in Montgomery County?
No, I guess I did not.
I just want to say one thing. You do an excellent job, you and your crew. I know you maybe don't get thanked very much, but as far as being a former 4-H leader and former 4-H'er, it takes a good leader like you to make the fair better. You're out here every day working hard, you and your crew. You want to name off your crew back there?
Sure. Well, it would be possible to have all of them. We have Katie Hart, Ella Peterson, Ashley Hinneman. Leah Breck has been helping us quite a bit, as well as Julie Harrington. But it would be possible without all of our volunteers and families either. So we appreciate everybody.
Well, we appreciate you and your crew for doing such an excellent job. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Good job there, Katie. For your anniversary, I hope Jake takes you to more than McDonald's. Yeah.
feeder calf class here. We've got 3 heifers that, you know, they offer some differences and similarities, but I think the one to me that is the best structured, puts together the most just flexibility on the move, and offers also the best balance. Look from the side is this young man's heifer here. He named her, it's Lily, right? Or is it Penelope? Penelope. Penelope here does that pretty well, so congratulations, young man. It's a nice heifer calf to start the class with. I think there's a few more similarities here between the black heifer and the smoke heifer, but in my opinion, you just have a little more stoutness and dimension in the black heifer. Lily here still gets around the ring well, just like to see her a little softer in her center ring. The gray heifer coming last, her name is Malate, which I thought was pretty clever. She's a nice heifer in her own right, pretty sound, gets around pretty well. Just probably isn't as stout as the heifer in front of her. She also is just a little plainer fronted. But 3 really nice heifers here in the feeder calf show.
First in that class went the Noah Comfort with the purple, and we had Mallory Burke with blue and Zane Johnson with blue in that class. Carter Taylor. Carter's calf gained 4.05. Good job. Second went to Paige Fire. Just coming in there. Third went to Noah Comper. Fourth went to Reese Hirschberg. Fifth went to Jackson Fisher. Sixth went to Case Bruning. Case, I like that hairdo. That is my kind there, but what do they call that? A black? Oh, a mullet. Ah, see Bud Steen here. He had one of them one day. Okay, case burning. Peyton Doyle was number 7. Bradley Byer, number 8. Brody Hart, number 9. And Kyla Hart, number 10. That's the top 10 rated game feeders here in Montgomery County. Good job, kids. If you notice, a lot of them are just young. They know how to feed cows. Our judge is overlooking at the pin of 3 that they have here. And that pin of 3 was shown by Zane Johnson. He had 2 pins of 3, and the other pin of 3 had a steer that had a little problem, I think, with the intestine or something, so he couldn't bring that other pin of 3 to the fair. Hey, young man, with the mullet. Case, come here. Come up here, I want to talk to you. You know something? You look just like my grandson. Where do you go to school? I don't care. What grade?
5th.
You're in 5th grade? Wow. Is this your first year showing cattle?
Yeah.
How do you like it?
I don't know. Somewhat good, somewhat bad, I don't know.
Well, we're all glad that you came to the fair and you brought a calf here. And what do you have? You showed it yet?
Not yet.
What are you looking for? Purple or blue?
Yeah.
You'll be satisfied with whatever you get, right? I better talk to the judge then, huh?
Yeah.
You, what do you get in school? Do you get all A's or B's? C's? I'll say one thing. You're honest. I like you. You're okay, young man. You'll make a good catch for some young lady. You looking? Huh? Are you looking for a girlfriend?
Nope.
I was just ready to ask you if if you wanted an older one or a younger one, or just you're not looking yet. Where'd you get your freckles? Looking around to see. Uh-oh, I can't say, huh? That's Mom there, and she had freckles too, didn't she?
Yeah.
You got any brothers or sisters?
Nope.
You're the lone Indian, huh?
Yep.
They got a good one though. I like you. You'll go a long ways in this world. Let's give this young man and all the other kids here that have showed cattle so far a nice round of applause, because you kids deserve it. You've worked hard, you brought your projects to the fair, we all appreciate you. Good luck showing your calf. I'll be rooting for you. Okie dokie. Whoa, looky here. Zane. Looky here, Zane Thompson. Had the champion pin of 3. Come over here, young man. You gonna sell your calves here at the fair?
Yes.
What do you think you'll get for a price? 2,000 apiece. You know how to get a lot of more money than that?
No.
When you go into the sale ring, you cry. They'll feel sorry for you there. Hey, congratulations to you. Thanks for bringing your cattle to the fair. You're a good-looking young guy. You got that brown eyes there. All the girls tell you about that? You got any brothers and sisters?
I have a sister.
I see. You got a sister, huh? She older or younger? Younger. Well, I'm glad you came to the Montgomery County Fair because it's been a real honor to meet you. And you did a super nice job with your pedigree. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Real nice young man right there. Now we're going to start our market show. This is our beginner class. We have 4 beginners this year. We usually just have 1, maybe none. First in the ring is Reach Hertzberg. Second is Carter Taylor. 2 beginners. And I noticed one thing about this beginner group. Look at the rate of gain on all of these calves in the beginner group. The least is 3.33. I can gain more than that just looking at the candy bar. Good job to the kids here in the beginner class.
Good thing that we have more kids that are doing this every year. Something that I'm pretty passionate about is showing cattle and just all the things that it teaches. So it's always cool to see more people starting to do it. To talk about the cattle, I think 2 very nice steers that is certainly lots of product, lots of red meat. They do that really well, so they've got the market fundamentals covered. To me, it's just some of the little differences. And the young lady steer, to me, not only when you get off of him from the side is he just a little more attractive, a little smoother in his make, but it's when I get my hands on him, he's just pushing a little more cover over his ribs. He's got a little more over his ribeye as well. I just think that he just handles a little more mellow, and I appreciate about that calf. Let's take nothing away from the young man's steer here in a second. Like I said, heavy muscled steer. I actually prefer his probably just width out the backside of his shoulder and down his back. To me, he probably needs a few more days on feet. He still handles a little lean, handles with a little more just touch instead of cover. But again, really nice steer, and that steer is going to make that young man some good money this year. So congratulations to both of those exhibitors.
First in that class went to Reese Erzberg with the purple. Second, Carter Taylor with the blue. Now we'll be coming in with our second class in beginner B. First in the ring is Peyton Doyle. Second in the ring, Case Bruning.
Just like our last class, two calves that cover the fundamentals of market animals really well. They've got muscle and they've got cover. So we can kind of get into some of the differences then. And I think the steer, the brock-headed steer we're going to use to win, not only does he offer probably the more attractive image from the side, he's softer rib, he's a little sharper headed, sharper fronted and more attractive up there. But I also think that steer just offers a little more expression of muscle, particularly out of the backside of the shoulder and all the way down over his loin. In his stifle lower quarter, just happens to be a little more shapely, so I prefer him in that. That's taking nothing away from the black steer here in second. Again, that is a stout-featured, big bone, stout-headed type of calf that's really done a good job converting feed to gain. He's got muscle, and actually probably is pushing a little more cover over his ribs. But to me, he just reads to be a little bit harsher in his rib cage back into his flank, and probably doesn't offer quite as parallel or balanced of an image from the side. But again, two very nice steers for these young people that have done extraordinarily well on feed. Congratulations.
First in that class went to Peyton Doyle with the purple. Second went to Case Bruning with the blue. Now our judge will be picking the champion in reserve, beginner B. Coming into the ring, we have Reese Hersberg.
You know, it's fun to see them out here. They're both doing a really nice job showing them. And yeah, they're starting 4-H and they're doing this big project, and I'm pretty glad that they are. Two calves out here that I think when you study, they've got a lot of muscle, they've got some expression, they're thick-ended, they're stout-featured. Those are good things. I think there's just a few differences in terms of cover, and in terms of overall muscle in different areas that I prefer in one over the other. Young lady with the brockle-headed steer here, she's going to be your champion. I think that he's just a little further along in his cover and a little stouter up high, and we'll bring in that second in that class to choose reserve for. But congratulations to you, young lady. So we get this second place cap back out here. I do like his cover. I like some of those added things that he brings to the table. However, personally, I think I prefer the added look and proportionality of the steer out of the first class. So he's going to be your reserve. But congratulations to both exhibitors. Really appreciate it.
Showing the champion beginner bee is Peyton Doyle, and the reserve goes to Reese Hersberg. Sponsoring the beginner bee champion is Body Basics. And young lady, Reese Hersberg, come up here. We don't have a sponsor for the reserve beginner beat because we usually don't have very many beginners. But I'm going to sponsor her right here. You got any money on you? You got change for $100? $10 for having reserve. You bet. What do you like best about the Montgomery County Fair?
So much fun things to do. You get to see everybody's animals, see how hard they work on it.
I see. What grade do you get?
Fourth.
You get all A's? You get all A's?
Mostly.
Hey, you done a nice job. Congratulations on having reserve beginner. We needed a sponsor, and I thought, well, I'm just going to step up and sponsor you. Good job. Congratulations to all you beginners. We're into the market heifer division. The first class here, we got Jolie Fisher and Taylor Yates.
This is your Grand Champion Market Heifer Drive, and the quality's as high as it is. I figured I would come out here and talk to cattle and the differences that I see, because I think it's close, and tell you kind of how I like them. But like I said, there's two heifers out here, both quality in their own right. I think the heifer in the first hole here, this is the image right here. It's parked on the side that I really like. Really like her. Sharp fronted, high necked, really proportional and balanced in her lines. Really appreciate that about her. It's from the side and she really shines in this pair. She's still stout when we get them behind her. She's got plenty of width and muscle. You know, she's not as far along in terms of condition as the heifer behind her, and that's where the sword is in my mind. The heifer that comes next, and it's in the second hole. She is further along in her finish. She's got more just softness to touch. She's actually more covered over her ribs. And she is a stouter heifer, and two stout ones, she is stouter. You know, both of them I'd like to change how they get out of the rear too. Probably prefer slightly the heifer in the first hole, how she uses her rear leg, to the one in the second. She really wants to duck her pins and get outside her stuff. But again, like I said, these are two very high quality heifers, and something tells me that if there were more to compete with them, we still would have come back to these two being the final two that we were going to use for Brandon Reserve. But as that being said, young lady in the first hole, you're going to be my champion. Young lady with the ball, you're going to be reserved. Nice pair of heifers. Congratulations.
Champion Market Heifer was shown by Jolie Fisher, reserved by Taylor Yates. Now we're going to start our home range division. Bradley Meyer, Noah Confer, and Mackenzie Henneman. First in that class with a purple went to Bradley Byer. Second with a blue went to Noah Comfort. And third with a red went to Mackenzie Henneman. Our second class of home-raised market beef. First in is Jackson Fisher. Second is Madison Burke.
I think we start with one that just has a little more expression of muscle and total muscle in general. He's got more spread up high, he's got more turn to his stifle and quarter. He's softer in his rib and he handles with a little more cover as well. I think a real comfortable place to start, young man. Now, as we get into second, I do prefer that steer structure. I think that he's more relaxed and comfortable with it out of his rear too. Has a little more reach out of his front end. Just like to soften him up a little bit, and I'd like to intensify him in his muscle. Like to see that calf have a little more turn and expression to his muscle to get over the steer ahead of him. But a really sound structured one that with a little more feed, I think he finishes at a higher weight and yields a little more carcass for this young lady. Congratulations.
First in that class went to Jackson Fisher with a purple. Second, Madison Burke with a blue. Now coming in with our third class of home-raised market beef, we have Paige Byer. Her steer weighing 13.24, and Kyla Hart. Her steer weighing 14.17.
calf to start here with. Really appreciate this one in terms of just, I mean, that is one stout featured, heavy muscled, good ribbed, nice balanced calf. Like there are some few things, I mean, I'd like it if he was just a little better at the top side of his neck and some things like that. But I mean, for a home raised calf, to have that many good basics, be that sound structured, that soft body, that heavy muscle, that intense in his bone and structure, I really appreciated that about that calf. That's a nice calf here in this class. Congratulations to the lady. We certainly have a nice feeding, really mellow calf here that's fed really well for this young lady. He's really soft in his body and certainly converted well. He's a stout-headed one that gets around with some comfort regardless of his added condition. I would like to trim him up a little bit in his chest. He handles with plenty of cover for me, but again, a really easy feeding calf that I think will go hang a really nice carcass for this young lady. So congratulations.
Two nice steers there. First went to Paige Barr with a purple. Second went to Kyla Hart with a blue. Our judge now will be picking the the champion and reserve home raised steer. Sponsor for the home raised division. Champion is sponsored by Rod and Janine Hart.
Well, if you would, folks, put your hands together for these home race skiers. Growing up, we exhibited quite a few home race skiers, and there's something about knowing them from when they were a baby, knowing the cows that they're out of, and heck, even sometimes being very involved in the mating planning and all those types of things. It just makes this kind of a cool project for sure. You know, I think three really nice market steers out here in this division. Steer we're gonna, in this first class, a really sound, structured, balanced kind of calf that you wish just had a little more product when you get in behind him. Steer out of the second class, he has quite a bit of product and handles really nice. Just wish that he probably got out and traveled just a little better off either end. And then to me, you've got the calf that kind of puts it all together here, and the last one that gets out and travels good, but he's got some of your added product. And so to me, that makes the decision pretty logical in my mind. Young lady out of class 3, you're going to be the champion home race here. Congratulations. Okay, and then for reserve here, young man, you're going to be reserved like your steer on. Congratulations.
Champion in the home race division went to Paige Fire, reserve to Jackson Fisher. Congratulations to those kids. Again, sponsor of the home race division is Rod and Janine Hart. We'll move into our purchase mark division. We have 3 classes there. In our first class of purchase steers, we have Case Bruning with a steer that weighs 1,036 pounds.
single entry in our first purchase class, and I think one that, man, he certainly gets out and around with a lot of comfort and ease. I'll find him in the skeleton. He's got a set of big feet underneath him, and real flexible in his spine. Gets out of his front end with a lot of reach and comfort. Just like to see that calf a little further along in terms of condition and comfort. He's still a little raw yet to the touch, but I think he's got some good days ahead of him, and certainly a skeleton that can carry more weight. Congratulations, young man.
Jackson Fisher and Aniston Poston. These two steers are only 2 pounds apart, 12.15 and 12.17.
In here, I think when it comes down to it, 2 higher quality steers, but as a guy who probably prefers just raw muscle and power, as well as probably this calf's image from the side, that's why I like to start with him. I think 2 calves, honestly, that I'd like to lay back in their shoulder and knee, and so not going to probably get too hard on either of those front end structure. It's just this calf's symmetry and his added muscle that gives him the advantage over the steer in second. What I like to soften him in his center body and back into his flank, but I like to give him a little added cover, yes. And that's probably where the steer in second has the advantage. He's probably softer in his center rib. I think he's got a little more cover, but to me it's from the side and just the added shape that he gives up in relation to the steer ahead of him that puts him in second. But two very nice individuals here in this class. I think a close placing, just the way that I prefer them as I see it. So congratulations to both of those exhibitors.
First in that class went to Jackson Fisher with a purple. Second went to Aniston Poston with a blue. This is our last class of purchase steers. First in the ring is Chloe Bruce. Second is Brody Hart. Both steers, there's only 10 pounds difference in weight. One weighs 1359. The other one weighs 1369.
If you guys want to know what a show steer part from the side needs to look like, I think this one kind of does it for you. Really nice calf here to win this class. You know, the right kind of proportions, the right kind of just presentation, the right kind of just look from the side, the right kind of width. Real nice calf to start with. As an individual, I'd like to change him a little bit in his knee, and I do think that the steer behind him has the advantage in terms of cover. But those are nitpicky things that don't matter when you calf's that high quality. Congratulations to that young man. Now this steer here coming next, I do think that he is a soft rib calf. Gets around with relative comfort in relation to the added cover that he is pushing. One that's real soft body, one that's got a lot of product in him. Just to get over that calf ahead of him, I'd like to trim him up and just increase some of the quality factors there, but a really good feeding, stout made kind of calf that certainly is a really nice one in his own right. So congratulations, young man.
First in that class went to Chloe Bruce with a purple. Second went to Brody Hart with a blue. Our judge will now be picking our champion purchased market steer.
Really nice set of steers here in our purchase division. Taking nothing away from the young man out of the first class, but I think it comes down to between these two, and even then, I think there's one out here that just wins and is a really nice calf. So congratulations, young lady, excuse me, you're not a young man. Young lady out of the third class, you're going to be our champion in purchase steer. Congratulations. As we get our second place calf out of that third class back in here, I think it does make things a little tougher. But in my mind, I still prefer the calf out of the second class, just his trimness and attractive image from the side. And he's going to be our reserve. But congratulations to everyone out in this round.
Champion went to Chloe Bruce in our home raised division, and reserve went to Jackson Fisher. Congratulations to those kids. First, what did I say, home raised? Well, at my age, you know, I'm not like life. I can't remember what I said. There's one other thing I seen I missed in here when I was giving the sponsors the grand champion rated game was sponsored by Kirk and Linda Baird. I want to apologize to them for not getting their name in there. And again, champion purchase was the Roanoke Express. Our judge now, Mr. Rich Nichols, will be selecting our overall market beef. Let's put our hands together. I think Rich has done an excellent job today of judging the cattle and giving the reasons. Glad to have you.
Well, folks, if you would, please put your hands together for this market beef drive out here. 4 very nice representatives to each of the divisions that were denotated in the market beef show. But I want to thank you guys for having me come out and evaluate the stock. I do enjoy doing it. I enjoy working with the kids, and I enjoy the project in general. I think it teaches so much in terms of, well, what our world needs right now. And it's in a give me, have it tomorrow, order it on Amazon and have it tomorrow world. I think delayed gratification is a very good thing. And I don't think there's anything in the world that teaches that, like getting in a 400 or 500 pound calf and having to work on them for 8-9 months to get them to your end goal. And so I really like that about this project. I like the way that it just teaches kids how to put a lot of work and hard effort into something and see it through the end. Like I said, 4 very nice representatives out here. Going to go pick the champion, and the champion's going to get to represent you guys at the Southwest Shootout in Bedford, and I think you'll have a good representative. So again, put your hands together for your champion lineup out here, and I'll go pick the grand champion soon.
Coming in to compete for reserve overall market beef. Reserve goes to the home race champion, Paige Fire. Congratulations to her.
Well, put your hands together for these senior showmen. These five young ladies have done an excellent job out here, and I will tell you this, as I go around and ask them just some questions, interact with them some, there's none that really separated themselves in their answers. They all are very good stock women that understand their projects, understand what it's about. And to me, it's going to be just very small, minute differences. Some of the ways that they handle their cattle, and heck, even some of the ways that they position themselves in the ring before they even came in, that shows the way that they understand their project. There are 5 showmen out here, and I would let all 5 of them show a cap for me any day. So just that's the level of showmanship out here. Very, very high quality showman. But I do think there's one that I prefer. I think she's done a very nice job all day with her projects as well. Young lady with the steer, the very first calf. Very good job showing. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Champion senior showman goes to Chloe Bruce. Next into the ring will be our junior and intermediate showman. Looks like we've got 9 exhibitors coming in.
Oh, sorry.
According to the sheet anyway.
No, there's that on the left. Yeah. Good. How are you? Hi, how are you?
I guess we had quite a few scratches in our intermediate division. Pigeons are the Carol and Isla Jean Renander family. Their memorial, appreciate all of that from them. Got a lady sitting up here by me, keeps poking me all the time, but I'm not paying any attention. Thanks to the Renander family for sponsoring the senior, intermediate, and junior showman.
Well, if you would, folks, big round of applause for our intermediate showman here. A lot of fun interaction with them. We have a lot of knowledge about their projects and obviously very, very involved. Each of them knew a lot about what they were doing, had really good answers, and yeah, it's fun to hear kids that are actually the ones doing all the work, and very involved in their project and actually very passionate about it. So again, congratulations to all these kids. There's one individual out here that he has shown really, really well all day, and I think he's really, really well deserving of his champion showmanship award. So congratulations, young man. Right here, he's going to be our champion leading showman.
We got Case Burning, Mallory Bird, Hayden Doyle, Reese Herford, Zane Johnson. And Carter Taylor.
Well, if you guys would, put your hands together for our junior showman here. Doing a nice job, and the guys are tired and they're ready to lay down, and so we're a little all over the place out here. I want to make a few comments to them, just some little pointers that might help them, and then we'll go pick our champion. So to start with, guys, I'd really encourage you all to make sure that when you're showing your calf, that when you're set up here like this on the side, make sure you turn around and you scratch them and hold them with a different hand, and scratch their belly when you're doing that, just so that you can help keep them relaxed. I think that really helps them calm down and not be trying to do a lot of things. It's just like when your mom rubs your back. You like it, you just kind of sit there. So that's one thing that's helpful. Another thing is make sure that you hold that calf as close to his face as you can on the halter. It keeps him from getting a little bit of control away from the calf and gives it back to you a little bit more. So make sure you hold on to that chain and keep it close to their face, because that'll help that calf know that you're in control instead of it. So got some differences in skill level in those types of things, but I think to me, it comes down to some of the basics of just getting turned around and scratching the calf, kind of being aware of your project and some things like that. I guess to me, at this level, the young lady here with the baby calf, you're going to be our champion showman. Congratulations.
Entering the ring is our champion senior showman, Chloe Bruce. Our champion intermediate showman, Jackson Fisher. And our champion beginner showman, Mallory Burke.
Well, congratulations to all the exhibitors today. Very nice job exhibiting these animals, and we're here in our last class of the day, last everything of the day, with some really nice showmen doing a really nice job out here. But I will tell you, if there's an individual out here that is one of the better showmen I've probably seen, period, that would compete showmanship-wise on a national level. So everyone will put your hands together for the young lady out of the senior division. Did a very excellent job all day. You can tell that she works very hard at this time. Congratulations.